Yeah, hi friends, Doc South here, and well, I'm one of those people when I'm standing in line, I just can't stand there like a dummy. I've got to talk to people. Next thing you know, I get these nice conversations. I really do, and I love it doing that kind of thing. Honestly, it would make I don't know how you could arrange it, but it would be fun to do for these videos. You just but again, you probably get thrown out of the store for that kind of thing, but or wherever you're in line. It could be at an auditorium or the line for a play or a movie or you're next to see the judge at at in court. The Yeah, for your some ticket you got. Uh, it would be fun though to do these because honestly, it's kind of cool to talk to people that you've never met and that after the conversation you'll probably never meet them again, and yet there they are. And it's just another one of God's great humans. And this particular guy was neat. Older fella, like me, short, a little bit stubby, but a tad overweight, but not bad. And he's dressed like me. He's dressed in dungarees and a sweatshirt, and he had a ball cap on, So, and we're yakking away while we're waiting in line. There was one or two people ahead of us, so we're just shooting the breeze, and a little of this, a little of that. I don't think we. He may have asked what I do for a living, or I may have mentioned, I work for a supermarket. He said, "Oh man, that's hard work," and I don't know. At that point, his time to see the cashier was up. Was about the cashier was calling him over, and so I kind of left the conversation be. He's busy, putting out the different items he's buying. Nothing fancy, like me, nothing fancy. Uh, and he gets pays his bill, and he goes. He says, "Well, nice talking to you." I said, "Well, nice talking to you, sir." And off he went. I did my items, and I think I had one more thing I wanted to look at in the old Walmart, and I decided now I better not, better hold back on the expenses. And so I'm heading out, and I'm thinking, gosh, where'd that guy go? I don't see him. Again, he was so stubby that honestly, he could be on the other side of a car, and you might not know it was him. And he had about a 2 minute lead on me. I said, well, he must have been close by here, and he's left. And I'm going. I usually park to the back of the parking lot. That way I don't. My car doesn't get hit by too many people. And I'm walking out to my car, and there's a big old semi, and I mean a big semi. I mean, this thing could have been a Navy destroyer. It was that big, a huge truck. And I mean, there'd be spots where you'd have to really think about going under and through an underpass. Okay, it's that kind of truck. Big old rig pulling it, and who's there but my friend, my talking buddy. Uh-huh. He's the driver. And I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "I would have never guessed you drove something this big." He said, "Yeah, I've been driving this for one like it." He says for the past 30 years. I said, "I'll be doggone, look at you." And again, he came up to the bottom of the door. Okay, which is still pretty high. I mean, he was probably like 5 foot, a bit stocky. And I said, "God, love a duck. Boy, I envy you driving that thing, huh?" He says, "Well, yeah, it's a job. It's a job." He says, "I like it. And, pays me good and we get to go on the road, and there you are." And he's throwing a shaving kit into the spot. There's like a little, I guess it's a kind of a dresser or something for the drivers right there under the main driving wheel, or the main door, I guess. And he's putting stuff in there. He had a case of water he had bought and different other things. And we were just shooting the breeze. I said, "Well, doggone it." I said, "I feel kind of funny just driving my little my little SUV, but boy, look at you. And he said, well, where do you drive? What do you do? I said, well, I work as a DJ and I work in a supermarket. I work in the Acme up there in Blairstown. He said, oh, I don't think I ever been to that one. Just mostly I do them here for Walmart. He says, but, well, if I'm ever around, I'll drop in there. I said, boy, you're going to have a hard time with that rig getting into our lot. He said, oh, I'll get in. He was very sure of himself as a driver, as drivers like that should be. But a really nice guy. Shook hands, and I said, well, you stay safe, and I'll try not to get under your trailer there. I'll see you and have a good drive. He said, well, I will. You too. That's okay. And off he went. But just one of those nice people you meet in life. Sometimes you wonder if they aren't angels. Here to just kind of hit you with a dose of good cheer every now and then. I don't know. Sometimes. And I like to do the same thing when I see a person just kind of hanging around. I've at least got to start a mini conversation. Like, okay, I was in the Walmart. I was going to buy Sandy wanted me to buy some bread. So I'm walking around in their bakery and I'm looking, and I guess they're just putting out the bread, which is a good time to buy it. It's good and fresh, crusty still and all that. Smooth, kind of mushy in the middle like bread, like a long Italian bread should be. And I said, well, this looks good. And the girl gets to talking, who baked it. She says, hey, that just come, feel it. I said, my God, it's still warm. Oh, I got to get this. She says, yep. I said, how much? My God, it's only $2.50 or whatever it was. She says, yeah, just 2.50. It's worth every penny. I said, you're darn right that is. This is good bread. I've had this before, now that I think about it. And again, someone I'll probably never see again, unless she's out putting bread out and I'm there in the morning. But other than that, she's probably back in the kitchen, knocking them out. And again, if you got to know the young lady, you'd probably find her to be again, another good and decent person, just making a living, and probably wondering, maybe, I assume she was married. Maybe her and her husband are working on getting a kid. Who knows? Or maybe they got already 3 or 4, and she's working to pay for their college eventually. Who knows? But she, again, just another one person among many who, if you knew her better, you'd say, yeah, really good people, really good people. Keep your eye open for the good people. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you'd be surprised how many there are. Yeah, maybe. Thought I'd say. I'll see you later. God bless. Lord's Prayer moment. Our Father, who art in heaven. Now, remember, that's not just your Father. Our Father, who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. And I'll bet you those 2 people I talked to today know the Lord's Prayer by heart. I bet they do. Maybe could even say it backwards if they had to. Not that they have to. Yeah. Sometimes too, don't you ever wonder, I may have said this already in this video, but I'll bring it up again. You ever wonder some of the people you're talking to might not be angels? You never see them again. Just all of a sudden, there they are to give you kind of a little shot in the arm. You ever wonder? Yeah, I think that might be happening. We just don't know it. Anyway, just thought I'd say. I'll see you later. God bless.